Hey team, what's up? So today we're going to be going through a sun salutation. This is something I like to do first thing in the morning after I wake up, just to get the whole body moving. Because your body is most stiff first thing in the morning, right? Or after you've been sitting at a desk all day. So all you need is just a little bit of space so you can get moving. We're going to go through this 3 times. Really, first thing in the morning, you want to get through 2 of these. You work a lot with the breath as you're doing it. But we can go through that actually while we're doing this exercise. All right, guys, sun salutation. Let's get into it. Okay, so take a spot right up here at the top of your mat. We're going to work with the breath here. So you inhale, raise the arms up nice and high. Exhale, let it collapse down. Okay, let it collapse down, and you just go to your depth here. I like to get my fingertips just to the floor, but if you can place your palms on the floor, then do that. On the second round, we'll do that. So inhale now, exhale, collapse back down a little bit deeper. Place both hands flat on the floor, step your legs back, and now you can do this either from the knees or from the hands. The first set I'll do it from the knees, and the second set we'll do it from the feet. So lower down nice and slowly, inhale up, into cobra, dig your toes into the floor, and then bum up high. At that point, just rock your heels one at a time, and you're trying to push the heel down into the floor, so you've got a nice, good stretch along the whole posterior chain. Okay, we'll start with the left leg. Lift the leg up, drag it right through. If you can't get all the way, grab the foot and pull it up so it's between the hands. Now with the right foot, let the heel drop in and down, okay? You want to be pushing through the little toe of that back foot. This front foot, the knee needs to push out, and you should be able to see your big toe from that front foot. Arms straight out to the side here, front palm up, back palm down, and then slide back into this nice stretch. Okay, come back to the center, both palms facing forward, slide this front hand, the left hand, right on the inside of that knee, place the fingertips between the big toe and the second toe, and then just look up. I'm putting pressure between my left elbow and my left knee, and so that should balance me out, and I'm looking up towards the hand, where the hand is. Okay. Lower the hands back down to your start position, and we'll do the same thing on the right side. So knees down first of all, lower down nice and slowly, chaturanga. Slide up into cobra. Each time we go into these moves, you try and get a little bit deeper every time. Okay, so up into down dog now. Again, rock the heels one at a time. We're going to do that 4 steps, 3 and 4. Now the right leg lifts, drag it through, and then the left foot goes in and down. Again, I'm pushing through the little toe side for there. Here I'm driving this knee forward, and I'm trying to sink my hips in that position. I can just see the front toe on the inside of that knee. That's perfect. Front palm up, back palm down, and then slide back. Okay, good. This is really good actually to open up the hips completely. Front both palms forward, and then slide on the inside of that knee. Again, down through to the big toe and the second toe. Pressure between the right elbow and the right knee, and then look up towards where your hand is. Okay, let it roll forward, both palms down, step it back. Now let's do this one from the feet. Lower yourself down really nice and slowly, all the way to the floor, rock forward, bring it up into cobra. Here you're trying to keep the hips down on the floor the whole time. Okay, last time, toes into the floor, step back up into down dog. This time, lift and drop both heels, see if you can get that down. Bend both knees, jump into the hands, and that's your 1 sun salutation. So let's go through the whole thing again. As I said at the start, as you go through each movement, we're trying to get deeper and deeper. So let's go through it. Inhale. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale. Collapse it back down. So the first round we went to fingertips. The second round I'm going to try and get those palms down. Okay. Inhale. Raise the chest. Keep the back flat. Exhale. Let it collapse back down. Okay, step or jump both feet back. This whole time we're going to go down from the feet. Lower down nice and slowly. Rock forward. As you come up here, you're trying to keep your hips on the floor. If you can't straighten your arms and keep the hips on the floor, stay in that position. Okay? Okay, bring it up into down dog. Remember, we're going to go the left leg first. So lift the leg up, slide it through. Drop that right heel in and down. My heels are lining up in a nice straight line here. And then I'm going to drop my hips down. The other thing I want you to do is this. So both of my hips, I'm trying to roll out in that position. So this knee I'm trying to turn out. I'm trying to roll that hip so that now I can sink down right deep into that stance. Both palms out, or both arms out, front palm up, back palm down, and then slide back, reach for that back wall, still trying to turn your hips out, come back to the center, slide this left arm down on the inside of that knee and reach high through to the ceiling. Okay, roll that forward, bring it back out, and then lower down in that plank position again. You want to keep your elbows nice and tight for that one. So don't let your elbows flare when you're dropping down into that press. You can always stop yourself, here to down dog. You can always stop yourself with the back of your elbows. That's how tight I want you to keep them. 2, 3, and rocks. Lift the right foot, drag it through, left heel in and down. Okay, again with my hips, I'm trying to roll them out away from each other. Drive that front knee forward and let your hips sink. Both palms out, front palm up, back palm down, and slide back. Okay, straight palms, and then slide in on the inside of that knee, and look up. Okay, let that slide forward. Okay, and if you're just working out, then you're doing this, then this second round should have actually felt much nicer. Everything much freer. That first round just starts off a little bit tight. So I've also started this with quite a painful, I've started out with a lot of lower back pain, and this is what I'd actually like to do, bend both knees, just to open out the hips whenever I get sort of lower back pain. And this could be from anything, like just change your direction nice and quickly while I'm doing some workout, some line runs, but it's the glute med which I'm actually trying to just free up. Yeah, to lower off that back pain. Okay, so there's 2 rounds. If you're just doing this in the morning, then you can finish up. If you're doing it at the start of an exercise routine, then let's do a 3rd round. You want to get that heart nice and pumping. So inhale, exhale. This time, grab on underneath the toes. Inhale, exhale, collapse down, allow your head to drop. You want to get as deep as possible, legs as straight as possible. Now I say as straight as possible because we're working with what you can do, okay? It doesn't have to be at my level, and I'm sure a lot of you are above my level when it comes to hamstring mobility. You go at your level, toes into the floor, bum up into down dog. We're going to do left leg first, so raise that left leg up towards the ceiling, drag it through, and then sink down. This last set. You want to try and sink your hips lower than that knee, that front knee. So both palms out, front palm up, back palm down. Watch that arm as it goes back here. Make sure you're keeping this back leg locked solid. Front palms facing forward, slide in. Fingers just between the big toe and the second toe, and look up, and then slide back down. Okay, slowly lower down. Hope you're following along. Slide up into cobra. The back should be much freer now. We've got so much more range. Oftentimes when you've got that back pain, it's just about movement, trying to get that body moving and take the pressure out of the discs. After you've just woken up, there's a lot of pressure in between the discs, and even just getting out and walking is going to free that up a little bit. So let it slide back. And then both palms facing forward, slide down and in, and then reach up. Especially if you spend a lot of time just laying in bed. You've got you past your 8 hours of regular sleep. Sometimes the back starts to hurt from lack of movement. So you want to go within your boundaries. Okay, last time, up into down dog, rock the heels. Last time, bend both knees, jump right in, touch, slide in, inhale, exhale, and then relax.